from the top. Most
Yeah, we
surprising enemy.
start from top. Most surprising enemy of the campaign. We have a few suggestions. The Sapphire Guard, the tattooed invader of the Fae, which I'm not exactly sure what that is.
I don't know what that is.
The
Remember
guy
the
who was
guys
on...
who just showed up like, oh, we were invading the mother too.
Yeah. But also, we'll fight you!
And we have the guards at the park that Zoe ordered kill for spotting her.
And then me writing, "Sir did not order it." How many times do I have to say it?
No, she did. She turned around and said,
No,
"Kill
she
them!"
didn't.
Kill
I
them!
said- No, she didn't.
Guys, this is really like
And-
an old...
It's getting so freaking annoying. I'm
and-
coming to Sweden to punch you in the face
What?
because you started it.
What? I'm just reading the text. I'm just reading the
Do you
text
guys
here.
remember what session it was in? Like the
Like
second
one
one
or
or something.
The second
We
session.
just
Yeah.
helping that blacksmith like get his son
What was
to
this?
the sewer.
Yeah.
what
What
was
session
Those,
was it in?
those random guards, which
Uh,
who were probably
no,
bad
it was-
guys anyway.
It was this
was when
old
we
crap
got
moment was
arrested.
actually quite late in the. It would have been session 3, I think. I think it would have been session 3.
It was me who
I thought
said,
we
"Shit,
got
we have to kill them now." It wasn't.
Because I will
Zoe.
say when I recreated this here,
Damn it.
I will say up here when I recreated the whole like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, because my notes was I didn't really keep the chapter numbers or like session numbers kept there, so I actually went through rewatching the I actually went through all the videos, rewatching the our recaps at the start, and checking okay that session we did that session we did that, and worked out how many sessions each chapter went for, because I didn't actually know like how long did chapter 4 go. I know what you did in chapter 4, I didn't know how long it went for, so I kind of went back and rewatched.
It was pretty evenly spread out. Apart
And the last most surprising enemy suggestion is the Witch.
I think the one that we said, "What the fuck," the most often was about the random invader that invaded alongside
I
us. So,
still
like
don't-
I don't think so.
against us.
I'm considering another
Because
one.
we
which
all
would
just
be
went, "What the fuck?"
like in the
I still don't remember who
in the Prince of Shadows place, there were those two people hanging out at a bar, who then turned out to be like deadly lightning whip constructs who could like shoot
Yeah.
gas and was immune to magic. That was pretty like I did
Yeah.
not expect that to be in there.
They seem so nice though.
Like what the
It
shit?
was like the bartender or something like that, wasn't it?
yeah,
They-
Oh,
they
yeah, I
seem
had
so
like that
nice. It's
lightning.
we're
like
just
old
here to
drinking guy.
drink.
It's like very.
We're just here to
That
drink.
fight sucked. Yeah. So him?
I mean, I would be fine with that being a very surprising enemy. Sure was.
It was so nice. Though,
Lightning
you
whip,
know?
a bartender and friend.
They were just drinking. They're like, you come here often?
Like, yeah, we're just gonna sell drugs to kids. So could you leave?
Tired.
Like,
No.
But they're just gonna sell drugs to kids? What?
Yeah, they were the Thieves Guild.
Oh, the Thieves Guild, yeah.
I don't think
So-
they sold drugs to kids though.
They totally did.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they did.
They
They're like the worst.
they sold drugs without concern of who they're selling it to.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not nice.
They didn't
So
sell,
everybody-
but they didn't sell.
The
They didn't
first
sell.
one's free.
They didn't sell specifically to kids, but some might have gone to kids. They weren't targeting kids. So, you know.
Selma for me was very surprising because I didn't expect there to be an evil witch. You know.
I don't.
When we heard about her, like, well, who could have such power? It could be like this witch from that was like 16,000 years ago. It's like, well, that's a long shot, isn't it?
Wink, wink.
Now we're really grasping at fucking straws. There's this legend that once there was a witch who could do stuff like that. Well, you know, that's probably it then. Why not just
And
jump
again,
first
Riff
fucking
came
day?
up with that.
That we just
Riff got
like
that.
figure out like, oh, it could be that.
It's
I mean, why not?
It was such a long shot. It was like,
It's like, well,
Are you
fuck, that's right. Well, that's almost annoying.
There was a reason they brought it up, which is the fact that there had been rumors going around of people witnessing such a person, though just rumors.
Yeah, Riff had got those rumors and she mentioned it, and also like the kobolds hanging
You ignored
around
them.
the opera house and shit. Riff
Like,
had
especially like
picked up so
it
many
happened
rumors.
right when we had like charged the Empress's place, and she was like, "Well, I guess it could be this witch that's been doing everything." We're like, "What? I mean, come, is you really gonna make that up? Like, you can find a better excuse."
yeah, you made
Honestly,
that up.
that is not
Riff
But-
can make shit up, alright.
killed them right there.
Riff never lied.
That is not true.
Just didn't
She
tell the truth.
withheld truth. She never lied.
Send her the ahead.
Riff was kind of drugged, at least at mine, because I remember she was like, dude, there's this angel in the city, and he's an angel of time. It's like, yeah, he's standing right there. It's like, is the Prince Bishop? Like,
No, it was Oracle. It was an Oracle of Time, like
Yeah.
turn back time and shit. And I didn't know exactly what
So it's like,
the
yeah.
Prince Bishop was. And
Technically,
so
the
it was
Prince
like,
Bishop could turn back time. He could slow time and stop time. But he can't go backwards.
And then he teleported onto our fishing boat.
Just to get away from Rith.
I was out fishing for treasure.
You're fishing for treasure?
Oh, did we tell them about the fishing?
No, we never told
Trip?
them.
Oh yeah, we robbed the Imperial Treasury.
Yeah.
Oh, that we did. Yes.
Halldamir and Tina never knew, did
No,
they?
they never
No.
did. No.
They
Oh,
never
the
found out.
fishing trip.
That's
Yeah,
that's
we-
down. That's down
what
below.
the fishing trip was. Every time we mentioned the fishing trip, that was us discussing how we robbed the shit out of the treasury.
That
Yep.
Imperial vault place, we were like,
Motherfuckers.
saved William. We were like, no, we're not going to steal from the treasury. We went back and
Yeah, we
took
totally stole from
We
the treasury.
totally stole
It
from the
was
treasury.
so good money.
That was great.
Right there.
Why didn't you tell us?
Thousands of... Because we never would have agreed.
Exactly.
Which later had the side. It actually later had the side effect that before you confronted Iroda, she had less guards to slow you guys down.
Yeah, all that fucking money was just...
Then
It was
like,
fucking hard
How
to do.
did Prince Bishop react to that you were out stealing that gold?
You didn't
Huh? Nobody
fucking
knew.
do
didn't
it.
know.
damn it.
And that was good money.
Yeah, it was.
No
There
wonder
was
you
like
had so much
there was like
gold.
these lightning golems. We had to
Yeah.
we had to buy like
Yeah,
potions
like
of
potions
Earth Glide.
of Glide.
Or no, it was elemental form. We
Right.
became Earth elementals so that we could go into the like
And, like,
wall.
Like
And then we
acid.
dug out a little chamber for ourselves so we could use acid bottles to melt a hole in the vault wall.
And then, like, we did some Lord drank something
voice-
to mimic the
mimic
voice of the
very
Emperor,
great spell,
Empress.
You
so-
did it too?
Yeah, it was me, Ballard, and Raphael.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't do it, Tina. I
We
was.
were the...
I
I
believe
think
you.
Raphael came. I think
The only
Raphael
good
came
ones,
because he
right?
found out that me and Manikai were gonna do it, and then he was like, "Well, I want in. I'll tell everyone if you don't,"
And
or something like that.
yeah, there was also another
Oh
thing that
my
you guys don't know
God.
about, which is I stole, like, literal tons of cold iron from the Imperial, like, army
You thieves.
reservoir,
Thieves.
which I then resold into the Empire.
Well, I did something similar to fund my dancing hall project.
Yeah,
Basically,
like that paid for a lot of shit.
I went into the books because I dated the Empress, so I had access to her accounting books. So I basically went in there like, oh, just redirect some couple of tons of resources to this place. So
I mean, I
like
did it when they were
embezzled.
still evil.
Yeah,
Does
I
Irolda know that?
no.
God fucking.
But it was
Oh.
literal tons of that fucking coal.
damn
I
it.
bought like
I
4
think-
bags of holding and just filled them up to the brim.
I don't recall how much money I actually or resource I actually embezzled, but it was a lot to get that going because I didn't have much money to
It was-
buy for that.
I remember. I remember that some of the shipments end up coming through at 10k each. So
It's pretty
Oh
good.
my, that's more money than I stole through
Pretty
the
good.
stuff.
Oh, you
I think I
guys-
got like. Then again, I think before they like chose to close that shit down, that's where I found those cold iron tools I told you about. It was like, I found them in Thieves Guild. That was actually because I had been in there like looting their army reservoirs. Because
So-
they were not gonna catch me. Right? I'm gonna be invisible, flying, super good
Sure.
stealth.
You guys are terrible. You know, Maneka was like, you shouldn't trust Rifflin. She's terrible.
Oh,
I
yeah.
never.
Taking the
Actually,
cold iron tools
I-
that I used to torture William. That's terrible.
No, the
That's
fact
you
that
know.
you steal all their
but
money and
that's
you-
what I tried to
Rifflin
tell.
stole all their money.
Yeah, but that's why I never trusted Laurel because I know what he was up to.
God fucking damn
No, I
it.
knew that you would steal from the Imperial Vault.
Yeah.
So,
And that kind of leads
Yeah,
us into
Alan
our
has
next.
a good question. Did Aralda ever find out that William was like the guy she
kid
was
that she-
torturing to get the
No.
thing?
No.
told
she
on her
didn't.
deathbed.
Yeah.
No.
By the way,
You tortured William in that basement and had that crazy doctor guy torture him multiple times.
Why would she even hire him? He was so
I think he was probably hired through contractors.
still creepy.
I think
that
he did
leads
it for
us-
free
that-
just because he liked it.
That leads us into the next category, the most challenging battle in the campaign.
Who won? Selma?
Which I guess Jake, you can read the motivation here.
Who won? Most surprising.
yeah. so
Most
the
surprising enemy, I guess, bartender or lightning whip was very surprising.
That
Yeah.
was surprising.
I think so.
Yeah. I thought he would just sit there.
he
and
asked
do
you to leave politely multiple times.
it. Well, I never got my
And
drink.
then he just wrecked us with a whip. So yeah.
You
So
know
we-
what? Just
oh.
admit
Very
it.
unexpected.
Raphael
It
liked
was.
it.
It was.
So we're deciding on most surprising enemy is the bartender and lightning whip.
Yeah, you can like fatten, like thicken, embolden. Is that the word in English?
Yeah,
Yeah.
embolden.
Embolden the
Oh.
text. Oh God! What? Stop destroying everything!
No, everything's breaking. Gods.
Freak out!
This is chapter 7.
Oh no!
You know, I never suspected that you guys would do that against me.
What? Against you?
We
I
didn't do anything against you.
I was doing. It was not really. It wasn't for the money.
It was for the greater good. That
Yeah,
let's
to-
all
Nothing wrong
agree.
To take away the money from the enemy
Yeah.
and use them for good, like building airships.
So you're calling Ralda your enemy?
At that time, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, at that time she kind of
For
was.
freeing William.
You're still screwing around with her.
Yeah, of course.
That's
Keep
right,
your friends close and your enemies even closer.
Oh my god, you guys, that's terrible.
How? Like we got so many
You know-
informations of like places to hit and like cult activity and stuff that I literally stole from Irola's office.
You know,
You know what? If I had known all this, I would have jumped on Riverlin's boat.
yeah, which is why we never told you.
Exactly.
I thought you
like-
guys knew
Yeah.
it.
You guys suck. Riverlin, let's go.
But I found the bloody tools that led to William being at the place.
Why
Yeah.
would you even take them?
I didn't take them. I destroyed them and then took the fucking standard cold iron.
Riff was basically on it. You were
Ours.
just like, yeah, they're
Cold
using cold iron.
All right. All right. The most
And this cold iron.
Anyway,
the most challenging battle. Jake, please read our nomination.
yeah, the most challenging battle. Basically, Jonas wrote his initial nomination, and then we started kind of bickering back
Read
and
it out.
forth by editing the thing.
Read it out. Do
so
your
it
Genesis
says
please.
in strike through, it says the party. But then it goes Jonas and Manikai tearing itself apart with paranoia about the Volsenbrax and super evil Abatheth slaver that was totally not evil at all. That one was Jonas, and actually helped us win was me, but still loved to enslave everything it saw. We only let him enslave sharks and squids, who were, by the way, completely innocent sharks. You can tell immediately where it switches between who is typing. I go, fuck marine wildlife and also drow that would have imprisoned us. Oh wait, no. That was Jonas. The drow.
You're breaking down, Jake.
I said, fuck marine wildlife and also drow that would have imprisoned us, so we just returned the favor. And Jonas says, because that's totally the good thing to do, and not at all everything we fought against. And I said, our alignments didn't change, so clearly that's the case. And I don't know who wrote that because it was after, but I assume it was Jonas. He says, because a mechanical change is the only way to determine right from wrong. So that's
You know
our
what?
most challenging. The most challenging battle isn't actually something that happened in the campaign. It's this argument.
This
Right?
is his argument right here.
You know what? In my eyes, I'd say the Aboleth. I would have trusted him more than you guys. He at least didn't lie to me,
Right. He didn't lie to anyone.
and he didn't steal.
He was
never
a
stole.
horrible, evil abomination
Well,
that
you're worse.
wanted to slave everything.
You are worse. You stole from your girlfriend wife.
She wasn't my wife at the time and hardly my girlfriend.
Then what?
I just trained swordplay with her.
Hardly.
Yeah, swordplay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I should have teamed up with Rifflin and the Aboleth.
Rifflin and the Aboleth.
But he's
Yeah.
he's so
We'll just go
sensible,
into
though.
fucking different universe.
just-
Fuck you guys. We're out.
You know, yeah,
That
just
was
hug and then go to Disney World together.
that was difficult because that was
We'll get
when
the Aboleth a little hat.
I and Raphael basically sat down like, all right, they're allying with an Aboleth. It's an ancient primeval horror, probably gonna kill us all. I need to come up with a way to kill off Laurel and Bollard when they
It's like-
turn evil.
Raphael has
terrible.
come up with a way to kill us, Ballard. We need to do something.
I
Let's build
remember.
constructs.
I remember.
Yeah,
this.
that's where the Inheritor and the Great Doctor came from. Those were our Raphael killers.
And he knew. Let's be honest.
You know, when I heard that, oh my god, you all make weapons to kill each other? What am I gonna do? And then that annoying woman, Liana, she's like, you have to make sure there's peace in the group. I was like, have you been in my shoe?
These people are so chaotic. They don't follow anything.
I basically felt like, you know what? Fuck it.
Fuck you, Liana. Go get him heaven
No.
or some shit.
Oh
Basically-
yeah, Kubala and Malin have a point. What about the rainbow plasma ooze thing with the arm in it? That was a challenging battle.
I don't
It was the
remember
arm
anything.
that made it challenging. Like the
Yeah.
arm made it.
I don't know. The thing is normal.
No, what
normal.
made it challenging was half the party couldn't do anything.
I mean, the normal battles, like the battles we fought through the campaign, They never were as dangerous or challenging, I think, as this like rift of paranoia that formed around the group, because that was, to me at least, the true battle. Like the most challenging battle we actually did was that.
I think our problem is we really didn't trust each other enough. I even biggered with Jake. That's how terrible our paranoia went. When I was like, don't touch the same. And later I was like, you know what? I was too hard on Jake. And then you picked up that item, and then you became cursed. And in my head, I just thought, told you, Jake. You should never touch a weapon you don't know. Don't take candy from the nice man just because he has a van. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
just because the creepy man in the van says, he's
that your friends allied with an aboleth, and if you need the Imperial sword to kill them.
Yeah, it doesn't
don't
mean
take
he's
the
lying.
Imperial sword. Yeah.
It doesn't mean he's lying. I mean, he might still have candy in the van.
Yeah, the aboleth did turn out to not be evil, as it turns out,
He was not
because
evil.
it was not really in the group with all the other aboleth. It was just like a sleeper agent that had been awakened too early.
Oh,
But of course, nobody could know it.
me.
Which is why it was so fucking suspicious.
All right,
I
so
was immune to mind
paranoid,
control, though. So
so paranoid group of mistrust and stealing is the most challenging.
I like this whole long thing.
Yeah, I like the long thing. It was pretty good.
The
It's
group
still
did-
only one thing.
I look forward to this campaign because we were not going to be evil. I was like, yeah, honesty. And you all lied to me. Except the apple.
I
Griff
never
never
lied
lied.
to you.
Yeah, I never
I
lied.
never said I
either.
didn't steal cold
Okay,
iron.
you all withheld information from
Of
me.
course.
You're all terrible.
But I probably told you a few times that there was being withheld information for you, and you were probably like, "Yeah, you should probably not tell me."
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Very angry
explicitly
at you.
that being said to me as well.
You
You were in on
I
it.
don't.
I
don't
wasn't in on any of this. I didn't know about the gold you stole.
Yeah,
That you stole
Jonas.
money from.
How could you do that?
I guess how could I?
Oh.
How could I do this? Right, Malachi.
Talking about all of you, actually.
I like the fishing trip so much.
It was pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty fucking good. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. We have the most underwhelming battle. A battle that we were like, oh god, this is gonna be, and then let's just
Prince of Shadows, 100%. I thought we were all gonna fight like it was gonna be a boss. We open the door and he's like, "Please don't kill me."
I'm an accountant. I'm an accountant. I can't
But at
fight.
that point, we had already been heavily wrecked by his two dudes,
Exactly. I was thinking.
which I would
fuck,
kind of
this
take that as
sucks.
being part of his encounter.
They whipped us into shape, though.
Uh-huh.
The boss encounter was
He was more like
God.
the fight with the king. He's like, I set up all these rituals and shit, and then he's like, back, and he's dead.
You guys did it.
Yeah.
He had so much
Well,
stuff
Riff died
planned
again.
to do, and he
Yeah,
just
but,
died.
you know.
That was pretty normal at that time.
It was.
Die.
And then we had storming the Silver Crow's compound,
That was
Which-
really underwhelming. at
which
that
I
was,
thought was going to be a huge rigmarole, and we just kicked down the door and they lay down flat, like, "Oh, please
They
don't
actually
hurt
all
us."
have like general wards. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, all right.
They kind of teleported away.
We're not the real Silver Crows.
We're
Yeah,
the
so that was-
fractal.
They all hired us, and then all the old guys left.
That was like a huge anti-climax.
Like, okay, so what are we gonna do now? We killed them. Oh, okay.
Then we have William's coronation parade assassins who
He
shoot
tried.
crossbows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the real hero here.
It was like a crossbow in every corner, like a crossbow bolt flies out and miss. You're like, whee! You're like, what the fuck? These are the
Sounds like
most
only one
unskilled,
that-
pathetic assassins.
There was like one that connected, but Irolda had already accounted for one assassination attempt with that necklace thing.
He was
There
the
were you had a few strikes, luckily, because there were a few defenses put up. Also, the number of assassins was dropped because certain characters were still around, such as the Spy Master was not removed from play, which was an option.
Yeah,
I bet
he
was
played his cards well, not being removed by any government.
That's a
He's
spy
just
master.
betraying everyone as soon as it was profitable.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, he was loyal to the
Sorry.
position, not a person.
Yeah.
He's like a maester.
Yeah. For me, the most underwhelming battle was the Prince of Shadows. I don't
was-
know about the rest of you.
I kind of felt like he's bluffing. He's not only an accountant.
Yeah, for me it was like
Apparently he
fucking
was.
tie him up, put him in an anti-magic box just in case, and fucking job done. But then it was like, I can't do anything. I can't even hold a sword straight. And
I mean,
oh,
he could have held a sword.
what?
The problem was he had many levels of expert and like rogue with like black market connections and stuff
Yeah,
that isn't good in a fight.
exactly. And for me, I was like, oh god, we're already fucked. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
And like we've burnt all of these resources fighting his 2 fucking henchmen outside. What the fuck is this dude gonna be like? And he's like, I'm an accountant, bro. I just get money.
I just write stuff down with this pen.
Ass kicking does not equal authority.
Exactly. It was so underwhelming. It was, for me, that was like, seriously? He's like the leader of the fucking of this evil organization. It's like, god damn it.
So, are we in agreement that the Prince of Shadows was the most underwhelming battle then?
Sure, you can have it.
Okay. Congratulations.
He deserves something,
Yeah, he wasn't really that as useful as I'd hoped. He was like,
Then-
well, actually, I know these things, but they're not actually that spectacular. I was just really good at hiding. That's like my one thing. It's like, well, that's not really useful when you're my servant.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of shit. So yeah.
Why most notable DM challenge? What does that even mean?
What? A
Most
note.
difficult thing for the DM.
Yeah, the most difficult thing for the
Deal with.
DM to handle.
Oh, Dark didn't write anything?
He did not.
Yeah,
Okay.
what?
I didn't actually see that category when I did this. That might have been added after I had already done changes.
Yeah, I didn't see that when it was put up.
So I need to give this some thought then. So most notable DM challenge.
The first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, like what?
first thing
would
that comes
you
to
say
mind-
is So hard.
The first thing that comes to mind is the fact that I was not prepared for some of the new classes in the new rule books, most notably the Swashbuckler and the Blood Rager, which led to some encounters being far easier than I expected because you guys were way more powerful than I expected.
Oh yeah, like
Because,
with
for example,
Raphael,
Yeah, with Raphael, for example, for a long time, I sat there scratching my head like, I can't, like, the enemies can't kill him. They can't even get a single hit on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do I fight this?
because when they do hit him, he just hit higher
Yeah.
than what
Yeah,
they
he just
hit him.
he just parries back and kills them. So it's like, well, what do I do?
Yeah, it's like, ah, fuck.
Because for a while I was seriously concerned. Like, how do I make any encounters challenging with melee fighters in them? Like, you could only fight spellcaster from now on. That would work. But on the other hand, that's not really fair.
So Raphael is the most notable DM challenge.
It was
May-
the swashbuckler class more
Yeah,
particularly was the
maybe
issue.
new classes for an old DM.
Haha!
It was most notably the swashbuckler class, and then for a while I had a bit of an issue with Jake having so much goddamn reach.
Yeah.
But that was easier to get over, but yeah, the reach was like, oh god.
Oh, what the hell was it you said to me? Oh, Laurel has flexibility and Ballard has reach.
Oh, I heard that quite earlier because I was playing Massive there. I got that line of Garrus.
I don't remember who said it to me. It was like, Laurel has flexibility, Ballard has reach. It's like, oh, that's kind of an innuendo, but okay. It was hilarious.
All right, well, with that pretty much done, like
Yeah. Damn.
Raphael, god fucking damn it,
New classes.
the most game-changing role. So it looks like either a 20 or
I gotta
a
say,
1.
easily the Orcus 20, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that was a pivotal moment. It was a oh fuck moment.
Yeah, I have like racked my brain a bit. It was, we've been going for so long with the campaign, so it's hard to remember all the stuff. But I don't recall there was like a lot of game-changing role, a situation like everything hinges on this, like similar to the Haviland fight in like Way of the Wicked, where we were literally like this crit like made us, otherwise we would have failed completely.
Yeah.
We probably would have failed worse if he hadn't rolled a 20.
Yeah, so I think that is actually the 20 for controlling and sending Orcus back is actually a pretty good candidate for this.
All right, no one disagree?
Not really, no.
All right,
Okay.
can move on quite quickly with that one then.
All right.
Most interesting character development.
Yeah, here we have Zoe becoming an angel, Laurel becoming part Aboleth, Bollard becoming part Froggemoth, and Raphael becoming the Empress dater.
I'm gonna add another one because it's only just come up now.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
I would say
I'll
that
keep with it.
I would say that Artemis probably doesn't win this because no one knew
Oh, no.
this.
No,
I
but
say
I thought
you-
I would add it.
That's probably the one thing, is that we've been, in this campaign particularly, very secretive with a lot of things.
We have, yes.
Because it's like, well, we had that whole paranoia thing. We didn't really want to open that wound again.
No.
No, no.
Like, yeah, nobody needs to know I'll turn evil if I die. No?
I feel like I was the
That's
only one
even
who was
that
actually
fun.
honest. I didn't keep any information. When I got information, I always told it to it's all divided group. There was Team Manikai and Team Jonas. So I was like, got this information, here you go. You'll tell it to your team members, and I'll drop what I have. Because I do not want to be part of this. Man, guys.
Problem with
I'm-
Zoe is that she never really learned a whole lot of anything. Information-wise. Like about what she was becoming.
I did.
I remember a lot of you saying like, well, I talked to my granddad again. He was just being a bitch, saying that I had to figure things out for myself.
He was so mean.
Like they're like, we know the answer to your question, but we will not tell
No,
you
that
because
was
that
not-
would rob you of the glory of finding out yourself. Like, fuck
No,
you.
It wasn't her great grandfather who told her. That was Zoe's mother and Prince Bishop's angel. He was like, "Oh, you better find out yourself."
We would not rob it from you.
It's like, why?
Bitches.
Because that's how it is.
You need to go make more main story quests to unlock.
You know, you're
I'm just doing
Yeah.
calibration, so.
you're just pulling my wing, aren't you? No, okay.
Done this main story quest to be able to unlock this secondary quest.
The whole secrecy was really annoying. Yeah. You know, I talked to so many people.
I mean, I
I
might
think-
be partial, but I really like the Raphael and Irolda hookup thing.
I was just about to say that for me that made the largest character development out of all of these suggestions was Raphael and the Empress. I think that was the largest character development, not just for Raphael, but also the Empress. Like she developed as a character for being in that relationship with Raphael,
I don't know.
and
I
vice versa.
I agree.
I think it's Laurel. I don't know if I can put them together because I find that their whole becoming something else kind of put them in a situation where they could never become what they were so changed that they could never go back to what they used to be. They were both in a situation, if we die, we're gonna start horror on everyone else, and Laurel became completely something else. That it basically I just found it sad, but it was an extreme change for Ballard and Laurel that they just changed to something completely different and could never go back. And I feel it kind of became the end for them.
Jake, Manikai, your input.
I don't know. I think in this campaign I've been rather self-absorbed. Spent a lot of time thinking about math and
Okay.
statistics and like earnings.
I don't know who that is in the chat right now on the actual sheet, but they put I vote for Riff losing her magic.
That's not a development as much as death,
It's kind of a death, but it is also a
and we have that coming up.
yeah, that is also true.
We have that coming up.
Oh,
I don't know, Jake, what do you think?
I don't know, like, I think Zoe becoming an angel was very interesting, but I don't know. I don't think that. I think that the thing with Laurel and Ballard was very interesting, but I don't think it's the most interesting. I don't know. I think Zoe becoming an angel kind of came out of nowhere. Like she's like, yeah, she's super good, but then suddenly she dies, and then I'm an angel. Like that's very interesting.
All right,
Yeah.
I did talk to him there.
Certainly had some interesting implications on the way she had to act.
Exactly.
Become like super mega religious. Kind of
I think I could agree with that.
changed a lot for her.
I like the fact that I forgot that part. I died, and suddenly my great grandfather was like, "You should become."
But I think it began even before then with like
what?
celestial.
Yeah, like the celestial
force
bits.
and
You
stuff
know,
like that.
Isolde knew. She never told me either.
And
Even
the
she
thing
was
is,
like,
she did it. Zoe did it right by not having it be a burden to everyone else, like Rith did. That was nice.
I'm sorry, Halldamir.
I just asked if you wanted to.
Jonas,
you didn't have to.
Jonas, you can answer now. Did Isolde drop any of this information that she knew?
What?
Isolde knew that Zoe was gonna become a celestial because she had seen her mom do it.
Mm-hmm.
Did she drop any of that to you?
I don't recall, but I do remember Raphael not being super surprised at the change.
You should have told me. Isolde was always like, she was like everyone else, like, you should
I
find out.
remember Laurel being like, "So can I like? Are you like beholden to like? Can I still do what I do around you? Is that okay? Is that a thing that?"
I remember.
Because, maybe you would have to, like, smite my face or, something like that,
Well-
being so chaotic.
Well, you're lucky. You're lucky in the regard that she had to take the vow of not hurting anyone,
Yeah, that was good.
and you guys
So-
were.
Although her goddess is a fucking hard-ass with that rule.
Oh yeah.
Crap.
So,
You know,
Crazy.
I found it sad that no one really cared. That they were always trying to kill her, even though she had the tabard of no one should hurt anyone.
because
anyone.
everyone
thing
we
is, the
fought
problem-
were like
the problem-
horrific demon worshippers and stuff. They don't
Oh,
care.
also, one of the issues was a lot of people just don't recognize your god.
I don't think Zoe was
That's
generally involved
racist.
or anything, so...
That's racist.
I would say that it seems like everyone. I think there would be a tie between Zoe and Raphael.
That's
From
fine.
us choosing, I think it's a tie.
That's fine with me.
Everyone's
Yeah,
happy
sure.
with that.
I don't feel strongly that way.
There we go. All right, moving on. Most interesting NPC.
Mm-hmm. And
We
who do we
then
have?
have between Moonseer and Elrond from
We
those.
have Moonseer, Empress Isolde, Alvron, William, or Prince Bishop.
I vote Moonseer because I love that dude. Everyone loves
Elrond,
that dude.
after the
Come on.
Apps of the Empire, he... like the whole thing coming to that ball
Oh,
is like
yeah.
Irory because with like rippling apps.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that part.
I really like that part.
Abs, it wasn't it
Yeah,
just
he
something
was like,
Jake
no.
said?
No,
He
he
was
came
like-
as Irory, which is like the monk god of apps and like
Yep.
self-body perfection.
Yep.
I thought it
And
was
all he
just
did was
something
take his
Jake-
shirt off, like,
Yeah, just fucking
I thought
ripped.
it was just something Jake said.
No, totally. He was so
totally
ripped.
that.
Oh.
I'm not
was
just
so
a
ripped.
druid. I'm not just like a
I
wizard. I'm also like
About.
fucking ripped.
for me, Isolde has a special place in my heart because I learned so much about her during the downtimes and stuff.
Yeah, shared.
No, it was so personal, It didn't seem.
Whenever I talked to her, she would always go, "Oh, what do you want?"
I never really talked to her.
Because
I tried
Yeah.
to talk to her about. I was like, "Can you help me with this family tree? It would be pretty nice if you help me because she knows so much about the family tree." She's like, "I know you won't do anything for free." I was like, what? You're so mean.
I mean,
She
you
had
did
a-
kind of, she kind of rival for Raphael in a way.
That's not true.
She might.
He was not always
You know,
nuts.
Zoe went to Isolde's like, "You know what? You can have him. Can I get some information here?" And still, she was a bitch
I
about
don't
it.
want to be in the middle of this.
No,
That's
that's.
drawing, I don't care.
no,
I
no,
never
no,
got
no.
any information, and I don't think she had any reason to withhold that information because she was not part of the holy
I don't know. It's like
lowlies.
it's like Groggergag, right? It's only really Laurel who has interacted with him.
True.
I'm the only one who's really
Well,
had that conversation. And
You know,
stuff.
I tried talking to her about it because I thought maybe she wouldn't care about the holy thingy. But apparently
And,
she
I-
had took
I
them
did like
out.
William a whole lot. I think his arc was also interesting.
I really enjoyed William. He developed so much.
Of all the NPCs, it was except Iral, that was him I had the most
I liked
interaction with.
his time skip. That was amazing. It was like, is that William? Oh my god, is that William?
Oh, look at him!
It's like,
William was,
yes!
as I mentioned in the introduction, William was an interesting character for me to create because he was a character which had a lot of potential in the notes, but I didn't know what exactly you guys were going to do with him.
I like that we just protected him so much, and then suddenly like, oh my
Oh,
god, is
yeah.
that William? Is he
Secondly, he didn't become campaign essential until the final chapters start kicking in. That's when he starts becoming essential. Early on, you could ignore him and then he wouldn't be a part of the final chapters. So
I gotta give Lucilla like an honorable mention for completely fucking pulling one over our heads and fucking us over so hard.
Mm-hmm.
That can
Yeah.
come at the
She
end.
she
we have
came out of
mention.
nowhere and just
She
wrecked
took us
us.
in
She's
the
like,
rear.
I'm just here to help you. And then she was like, oh, they're gone? Well, fucking good luck stopping me, bitches.
She was
Ha
so mean because she was so nice to me.
But
She was a mega nice character.
She was really nice.
We
When I-
could do William, but I still personally think that Alron is
I had two. I understand why you would pick Alron, but I had too little interaction with him to really be able to pick him. I loved him. It was
I like when
great.
he just
but
flew.
from afar.
but from
I like
afar,
when he
yes.
fled to Catapesh. He was
Yes, just the witch. Like snap fingers, it's
He's
just
like, I am
gone.
now in the Eastern Empires. I have a potion shop here.
he had a bit of a panic attack.
You don't say. That's
So
when
that
you
was,
have a panic attack while you end up in Catapesh.
That was
Oh,
kind of
it
fun.
was
But
nice.
I would probably go for William.
I've not really talked to William much, honestly, because, well, he never really was interested in alchemy. He was kind of, Laura, you're kind of boring, so could you, like, go? And I was like, oh, no,
Did
but
he-
that's
did
the
he-
idea. Young boys don't care about alchemy. They're not.
I
Burned his room a couple of times.
Yeah, so in the end,
I
we'll just kind of
enjoyed
let him be.
It's a good thing I made that room fireproof because he ruined a lot of potions.
You know, he tried.
Like it never went well.
Then again,
Uh,
I might be partial to Empress Irolda, simply because I got to steal cold iron from her. I got to like run around
Money.
and be scared of her. I got to like swear like north side to her loyalty. Like there was so many different times in which we have had so many different interactions, whether hostile or not. Like over the broad board of things, I'd say that she has been spoken about a lot,
Yes.
Yeah.
and she may not have been like the one I wanted to know more about, like directly, but she has been involved in everything.
You know, she's the
yeah.
character I, in a long time, wanted the most dead.
I would
Had a
be.
few.
And
would
I-
be-
Yeah, I had a few. True.
I agree with Malachi in that with Raphael I went through the whole range of emotions, like being deathly afraid of Irolda and like running like in full panic mode, like real life panic, me feeling panic that she was coming down the stairs into that prison and like, oh fuck,
Yes.
we need to get out of here so hard,
That was a
run
serious danger moment.
run like the fucking wind
What
and
would-
don't look back.
what would
Because
she have done to us?
she would have ended
That's-
us. She would have killed us
Dark,
all.
Would she have killed us?
She would have tried.
You're still under the like hexes.
Oh,
And
So
and then getting to
I
know
mean,
her
at the,
and
at
like
the time, as far as she is aware, Laurel was committing treason.
uh-huh.
Actually, you were all committing treason, and the punishment for treason is death. So,
Yeah.
you know,
and like yeah, so I'm definitely like if Empress Aurora for me is
Like it's not even
Clutch.
like this is not. It's most interesting, not most friendly or most likable.
Mhm.
It's simply.
Yeah.
And I think you know, Irolda was a great opponent
yes.
because she was
I-
kind of crazy enough to dislike.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was just yeah.
I agree with her order. I do agree with it.
Yeah.
I'm a little sad to say that I still go with Moonseer, but I think it's because he was so nice.
It's more like grandfather.
But he was
Yeah.
so nice, you know. He just
Yeah, but that
No,
doesn't. You know,
he-
there was
he
like
just-
a most nice NPC.
you know, but he was
Then-
you know, he was always there. Can he at least get some other thing, you know, being the nicest, being the
We all,
dad?
I don't
He'll
think
have
he
an
should
honorable
have a
mention.
thing about that. I mean,
Nah.
Moonseer was really nice.
He deserves a prize of being the group's awesome firework dude.
Like a Gandalf, who's not as powerful.
Well,
Yeah.
Empress Irolda wins most interesting NPC, and Moonseer gets the most friendly.
And we go on to our next category, which is Best NPC Introduction.
Mm-hmm.
With Irolda summoning Laurel to swear his oaths, the Aboleth in his death lair, and Crimson assassinating the guards and breaking us out.
That was time. That was pretty cool with that.
That was awesome.
What was it? Just suddenly a piece of chalk just came and wrote on the wall.
Yeah, it's like a mysterious writing arrived on the wall.
pretty
And we were
cool.
like,
The chalk on the wall was Lyanna breaking you up. Crimson was just assassinating guards at remember when she dove out the tree in that chapter 1?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So we met her
She
first.
was in a
So
tree.
this is not like because I would be like, well, the biggest like NPC reveal I think was Lucilla being like a fucking us over super hard.
Yeah, that was me.
But
Yeah,
what
but
best
this is
introduction? I
introduction.
like the Irolda summoning Laurel. As a player, I feel like what the shit is like but that may be because it was my character being.
No, I too was like
This
freaking out,
is,
like, oh
I
god,
don't even.
is
like,
that the Empress?
Yeah,
And we're like,
hello.
like what?
We just like usurped. Oh,
We kind of.
Yeah.
fuck, shit, man. There's like big dogs. Oh,
Lions.
Yeah, we.
that's a bit
I
of a
totally,
sort of a like okay, let's see where fuck this goes. Very interesting.
I totally agree with you on that. 100%. I agree
Very
with
much like,
Irolda.
what the shit?
I don't have any much feelings towards these. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's not that I don't
have
care.
one.
What?
You have an idea for one that you.
No, I didn't have any idea. I don't know. I was just feeling very neutral with the NPC introduction. There wasn't really one that really struck me as.
But this one is very connected to the one above. This is what I mean about like her being. It's just like all these weird situations where
She was integral to what happened and stuff.
we're having
yeah.
weird situations.
All right.
Like the
So-
fact that someone had put their cursor on the eye, so I thought it said Rolda. I was like, who the hell is Rolda?
All right, most underrated NPC. We have Moonseer, the baker, who we never remember the name of, the black butterfly
His
priestess,
name is Feral Noy.
the spy master, and Duchess Vendir.
Who's
No,
Dutch?
definitely Baker Thurloy.
Baker Thurloy.
Like, I'm hot on that one.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
going for being. He was about to be president of Northside at one point.
Yeah, no, I
It
vote
was
for
like-
Feral Noy
I
as well.
went-
Like he gave us the bread.
I
We
think-
saved him from zombies.
Mhm.
Man,
Fucking allow it.
we
I-
just never saw another guy.
I think Moonseer's is disqualified because we couldn't like
He's
we
the
never
nicest. He's
underrated.
not underrated.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
We never
You know how-
underrated
you know-
Moonseer.
Black Butterfly Priestess, personally, like I don't care about that girl. Spy Master, I spent so much time trying to find that Spy Master. I don't think he's underrated at all. Like that's a frustrating thing to just be like in every fucking turn, every lead is just empty.
Who
Duchess
was
of
Duchess
Vendir. Oh, the
Who
deer.
was she?
No.
I don't know.
I think it
I
was
am-
one of the duchies that didn't do anything.
No, she was like a
Oh.
little island woman, was like super supportive of us, but didn't really have any resources.
Oh, well, fuck.
I
her.
I'm
He was just
I'm
like,
on
I
the-
agree with your cause.
yeah, she like did a lot of political stuff to try to help us.
You know, Zoe went to the baker.
1 second.
And
1
basically,
second.
what?
I've
You're
got something to help here.
Yeah.
The duchess.
The baker. He
Baker's
you know
real
how
name.
it's Feral Noy. I said it. His
Yeah,
you know
well,
how
yeah,
I had
said it.
that
That's not a real name.
Yeah, you're just saying like
no like that.
things.
Yeah,
you know?
it's- I look in the
Feral Noy.
Feral Noy.
He
Okay,
never
alright.
existed.
No, he totally did. Because no. You know how how he asked everyone to do two characters. You know how he asked everyone to do two characters? My two characters were Randall the asshole guard
Let's say
and
3
fucking
characters.
Baker.
And Fairnoy the
Oh,
baker.
yeah.
You
No, I
made
think I
the
did have a
baker,
third.
Jake?
I made the Baker.
I
Baker?
never knew.
He's
Yeah.
not
He
underrated.
was original.
If you made him, he's not underrated. Come on.
My God, that
I
you
made the Baker.
I
You know,
mean,
it
I
was
am.
That was
hilarious.
the most least used character any of us
He
played.
was.
That's all we gotta say.
He was.
I like the
I went to him when he wanted to become Northside mayor. I went to him and was like, you know, I can see this is unfair. Is there something? Because I wanted to buy bread to give to I think it was to school, and he's like, "Why would you do that?" It's like, because I just want to give bread to the school. He's like, "Sure, you can buy all my bread." Okay, thanks. And then gave him a lot of gold.
It's like 100 gold. He's like, oh god.
Yeah.
All the money, and this is so
Yeah.
barely notices
So
it.
let's be honest. At the end of this, like our characters like should got together like 10,000 gold. Just dumped it on his doors.
Yeah,
Take
yeah.
it. Take it, Philnoy. Dude, live your dreams.
Live, Firanoy, live.
I think.
I bet his bakery.
I am
You know,
I am
he-
fine with
Has
Firanoy.
anyone underrated anyone more than the baker?
That's a good question.
You know what? He was the real butterfly.
He was the real butterfly. All right, Firanoy, the baker, wins most underrated NPC. Now, one of the most contentious categories, maybe, the most annoying NPC. And here we have Kingy, stupid stuck-up
hard.
elven brother,
True.
Archduchess Alentor, the witch Selmra, and Kid Erlane. And Irola was really annoying in the beginning. Was just saying
What about the mother?
the mother. I don't know. We didn't.
And,
She
and,
was
and to me personally, Spymaster is up there,
Spy
I
Master.
think
being like the worst.
I never really interacted.
No,
much
because you
with him.
didn't care, but I was like hunting that guy forever, like 2 chapters, which is me like, where is that fucker? Undermining my authority, like sticking stuff, like sending elves to assassinate me. I'm like, take it.
I mean,
I
I
bring
like-
down the cavalry.
I like the
multiple times.
fact that I think there was one time when he was like, I have information on all of you, and so he's like, what are you gonna use against me?
I think the like the witch summoned up like real rage in me, but when it comes to real annoyance, like being like you little prick, you know, it's Kingy or the stuck-up elven brother or
Nah,
Archduchess
it's the
Alentor.
Lane kid for me. That guy's
Oh
a
my
dick.
god.
But
yeah.
him we took care of, so he's kind of solved himself, you know. We solved that.
Well,
But
the only way we could take care of him was that we went a little evil.
yes,
But it's not evil.
yeah, you totally went evil.
He was like a devil summoner who mind
He
controlled
was-
his parents to love
I
him.
know.
He
like-
was technically a devil summoner. That is
But
true.
you know, he kinda,
It's not evil to keep
you know,
devil cold.
he smirked in our face that we couldn't do anything against. He was
I
just
just
like,
I
He
just-
tried.
Yeah, exactly. He was just like, nah, 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 nah,
But
and then
that's-
you
we
can't do
killed
anything. You
him.
can't do anything.
But isn't
I
that
was like,
also? But isn't that
he's
also
fine.
the elven brother who's like, I am in no position to make any demands, but I shall make all
know, I
the
find
demands
it
because I'm an elf.
I find it hilarious that you guys hate him so much. I'm the one who spent most time with him, and I never found him that annoying. I spent so many meetings. You know, every time you sent me somewhere, I had to talk to that dude.
Thing is, I don't feel really vindictive against any of these people because we wrecked them all. There's no one who got away, right? Like imagine
Spy
if
Master did.
The
no,
spy
he didn't.
master.
I killed him and sucked a copy of him out so that I would know what he knew without having to talk to him anymore.
Well, there we go.
What?
Yeah, remember that?
No.
Oh, the Spy Master.
That's,
thinking-
that's the King of Shadows you're talking about.
Spy Master was annoying.
You're the
You
one who
apparently
wanted him
typed that down,
No,
so
I was
I
thinking
guess
of
so.
the Thieves Guild.
Oh no,
Okay.
I typed it down, but it was Manikai that said Spy Master.
Sorry, Thieves Guild guy.
For a sec there, I thought you had kept even more secrets.
No.
That you also made a copy of the Spy Master.
I mean, the Prince of
That
Shadows
would
was
be really-
certainly very annoying because we could never really catch him, and it was just
It was more like
gotta
him
get
and
this
the mother
done.
were frustrated.
You know, he was the
Anyway.
reason we started having secrets.
Hmm.
Just saying. He started the Dark Circle.
Oh, you know what else we didn't really tell the Manikai? We had that clockwork infiltrator that could be
Oh, God,
anybody.
fucking
Oh,
damn it.
I know about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jonas knew that one.
I knew about that.
Clockwork infiltrator.
We never really
could be
used it
anybody?
though.
No, we never used him. We had this clockwork golem that could basically, if he had like
Perfectly
an
impersonate anyone and their
Yeah.
abilities.
and their abilities. So basically, if we wanted, just like while Raphael sleeps one night, we just like send that guy in there to look at him, and we get Raphael. We have a Raphael under our control.
Why
Why
didn't we
didn't
do
we
that?
use this for the
Because-
fights? He was
No, it's not
Raphael was
worthy
awesome.
okay.
It's really not. It's not good.
God damn it.
We used it because of. We didn't use it because of ethics.
Could we have used him
The
to
same
basically
with,
go?
like-
You are now
Like
Raphael.
powerful
you are
nerve gas.
You know, the whole. I remember having a long talk with Dark because I told him, you know what? I don't see why Zoe would stay with this group anymore, and I think we just came to the conclusion maybe I should just ignore you guys because it didn't make any sense why she stayed with you guys. It
But
didn't.
there was some reason that
I mean,
made
for
sense.
the greater good, right?
Because look at how much we won in the end.
Yeah,
you
in
all
the end,
did, you all did terrible things, and so I could do nothing but talk to you.
Hey, Artemis did nothing wrong.
Well, I'm not talking about Artemis. I'm talking about everyone pre-Artemis. You know,
Riff was just more of a nuisance than anything.
you know.
Like, I'll accept that. She was just a pain in the
Who
ass.
was the most annoying one?
Yeah.
Most annoying
He
NPC.
was kind of just like you're like really,
You know,
like.
Yeah, you're so petty
Ugh.
and just
I
so.
thought he was funny. He made me laugh.
So not him, I think.
Okay, not Kingy. He was too
Starkov's
fun.
Elven brother, I think he was annoying, but only for a very short time.
I just
But he
wanted
was
to-
so annoying, though.
How could
It was
he have
like-
not?
But we were gonna wreck
It was
his
pure
shit though.
concentrate.
No,
it was pure
There was like
concentrate.
was like a time when like the party seriously considered like placating him.
Oh, that time.
Yeah, that
Not
time where we
Lentor,
wanted.
then. I mean,
Archer
she
Lentor.
was so
I never
fucking-
talked to her. She just kind of declared war.
I talked to her. Well, she never came out to talk to Zoe. She always sent people to talk to
We
Zoe.
smashed her house with a dragon, and then we like made her a commoner
That was pretty
and
good.
killed her.
And
But
killed
I,
her in the end.
I never
so-
talked to her, but I did talk to her advisors, and they were always nice people. She never
the
said.
witch was
never-
annoying.
Who?
It was
The
annoying.
witch was annoying. When
Yeah,
she was
true,
like
the
mind
witch.
controlling everybody. Because at that time we didn't know the mother existed.
Mhm.
We knew the witch existed for a very long time. We were like, oh god, let's just forget about her.
Mhm.
I think I gotta go with her.
The
Everything
witch-
considered, everything said. I think the witch was like the person I was like the most like. Oh, just don't. Just
Yeah,
could it not be the witch?
Well, the fact that we kind of tried to ignore just hope the dark would forget, maybe that says it all.
Maybe it does, yeah.
But I will agree with Jake Lane Kid. He just smeared it in my face all the time,
Mhm.
and
I,
we had to keep. And I feel that is where we started having secrets and not trusting each other.
At that point, we'd already stolen all the money from the vault, and like
we had.
yeah, that was like way before then.
Yes. We stole the
Oh
what
my
the
God,
this
why didn't you just join him?
basically a
What?
week
Because we're not evil.
a
doing
week after we
emergency
broke
work.
a
know
week
what?
after we broke William out. That's when we hit the vault.
Rebels.
But we hadn't had William when that was before.
Oh, okay. Did I have an
That's
airship
good.
at the time? Because the first
No.
airship was paid for with like coal iron.
I'm fine with the witch.
Oh, how are we gonna have a relationship, Manakai?
How else was I gonna? Do you know how much that thing costs? Like 50,000 gold plus expenses. Like, God,
Such bad problems.
I needed that for the airship, and I had one. You know, we're damn well happy that I had one.
You paid for this house.
Oh, well, we move on then to best/worst PC death. We have Rith dying during downtime for poking a dragon. That's pretty fucking bad. Yeah, she totally died during downtime. she
She went
poked
to
a dragon, and the dragon killed her
What? What dragon?
for
I
like
will
the
give a little bit of
seventh
story on
Back
this.
on
for the
cheating.
seventh time. Like,
I will-
oh,
Yeah, I will give a little story on this. So this was back when you guys were going out hunting for the black dragon invasion happening.
Oh no.
So she went out to where she knew some black dragons were, and she started poking around there with a ranger, like trying to see if she could find out more. And as she was investigating, suddenly the black dragon returned back from hunting,
Oh no.
and that black dragon was a CR-17 encounter and killed her in one hit.
Where did you get all that money from, Halldamir?
Resurrected so many times.
he stole it from the Volsenbracks.
Oh right.
You what?
Yeah, we hit that vault pretty hard, didn't we, Halldamir?
You know that would explain where all the money went.
So we don't know, sir. We just keep pulling the money in. It just disappears. I don't know.
You know what? You gave Zoe stolen items.
No, I didn't steal anything.
The money you used to buy stuff to her, it must have been stolen.
No,
Oh, I'm so happy I didn't give Zoe anything.
all the money I spent there was made.
You know all the roses you gave her were stolen.
Laurel
No.
thinks that the Empire owes him
he-
more
he
than,
just-
From the
than
garden.
He picked them on his way you know,
You said
many
you stole
wild
the
roses
garden.
in
you
the
can't you can't own nature, man. It's just
You stole them from
I mean,
the garden.
cold iron is natural. It's an element.
mhm.
Can't own that.
Can't own that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rith doing downtime for poking a dragon. Zoe versus the Death Door. And then we have Rith being killed by the party,
That was.
Yeah,
which is the most serious of
that
these, definitely.
sucked.
You know, it was so terrible that I just decided that Zoe would leave.
I mean,
Didn't make Zoe do it.
for like hilarity, Rith dying from poking the dragon is the most hilarious of these.
That's the worst
It
being
was.
as like the
It
most
was so
pointless,
funny.
dumb one.
Yeah, it's just
God,
a
It was
pointless.
so funny.
Why would you even? This is just.
It has the
Yeah, I had a free life, so I risked it.
fucking
Yeah.
sorcerers, man. I have 3 lives. I can risk this. And you're like,
Yeah.
you motherfucker.
You have no guarantee that you can ever be returned to life. It might just not work this time. Your soul
Yeah.
might become too weak.
no,
Every time you
this
do
one
it, you
was
lose a
just
little
like-
of yourself.
Well, actually, there was a funny story about this.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, this was
She-
given to.
She
Rith
did have an
by
extra
the
life.
witch.
You had to
Yeah.
kill people to earn it.
No. The witch just. I think it was the toss of a
She-
coin.
You did gambling, which was something as simple as like a toss of a coin and won against the witch.
Yeah, I
So my
won and got
life
a
for
free life.
my life at the toss of a coin. If I win, I get another one.
No. I can't remember what
It was
that the witch
it was
wanted.
basically the very first time they had one of their secret meetings. Basically, just as kind of like a small little thing. There was basically a little contest, and he won and gained basically whenever he was next die, her magic would next resurrect her using the contract arm.
And,
Yeah,
you
it
know,
was like a round later she would be resurrected.
Laurel's interactions with the witch, I can see, is much more healthy. It's much more healthy. There's no like dealings or coin toss gamblings, or it was more like, so we're gonna kill each other now, or can we just not? Because I don't think I can beat you.
Oh,
Me
right.
versus the witch alone, like probably not fight.
Yeah, neither of you wanted to particularly fight. None of you were in the mood for it.
I mean, after a while, after
It was like,
Riff,
Rich has totally been selling like souls to me and shit. Like, oh,
I
what?
never sold her a soul.
Excuse me, what?
I never sold a soul to her.
Yeah, she never said anything about selling souls to you. That's something you made up.
Yeah, I never did that. No, never did.
It's like, well, maybe I should tell the others.
Personally, I think Ruth being killed by the party.
That's
But she
the
did-
best one.
That's the best death.
That's
yeah,
the
it was
best.
so impactful. Everyone was so sad.
Mm.
Yeah, like I struggled that session. I really
He
struggled that session.
forced our hand.
Did you think we would do it? Did it come as a surprise that we would remove you from the party?
There was like, I don't think I was surprised. I was more just like upset about it.
I mean, even before that, we had talked about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Being like,
We
like
had-
she is sinking this boat so hard.
yup. We like this
This-
cannot go on. Like much more, and this will break. And then we just, she almost
And
killed
this
the
was
Prince
like
Bishop.
so
and we're like,
much
well,
more.
Yep. Just almost killed the Prince Bishop. We're like, well,
It was like a little bit more. We would have been like, "This is you can't. Like, we need to stop you now. You have become a villain."
yep.
Yeah.
So she just have lied to Laurel and said, yes, I have to smite you if you do
I mean,
something
we've
bad.
done it before.
But she couldn't lie.
Basically, like Rith was very close to being an Elaine at that point.
Yep.
And then there was like, well, she betrayed everyone. I was like, well, I mean, that's
kind of
there's-
it.
You know what happened to the last one who
really
betrayed
tried
us?
to give her a chance to defend herself.
Mm-hmm.
Really tried.
You went full Alfred Daysack, and
It was still hilarious when
Never
Halldamir...
for full Alpha.
I still find it hilarious when Halldamir found out about the old lady. It's like, he's dead and I know you killed him. What?
we're
That's
coming
like so
I was
long
like,
ago.
oh,
coming
God
up to
fucking
that
damn
as
it.
well. Coming up to that as well. But yeah, that was a pretty
That
good
was
moment.
just a goddamn moment.
All right. Best oh shit moment. We have Rith stealing the Archmage's book.
Good one.
Blue cloaks storming in and arresting everyone. Volsenbrack Batcave reveal.
Good.
Fake arm explosion mess. William almost getting captured by the witch during the invasion. Aboleth mind control. Laurel telling Elaine that his polite bodyguard died in the plague.
That was hilarious.
It was great.
That was
That was like,
Oh,
damn,
so funny.
damn.
Well, don't you have any polite bodyguards? He died in the plague. That's
Yeah.
me.
Exactly. It's so
that
great.
was the funniest thing in the world.
It's such a
Oh,
fucking
it
burn.
was so-
But for me,
Yeah, there were a lot of oh shit moments.
The most so many oh shit moments in this campaign.
Like,
The
like
most
the whole fucking thing exploded, and there was like a big
Yeah, the whole
like
universe
spire
erupting.
destruction, and
world
Yeah.
ended.
That
It's just-
was it.
that was pretty big.
That was
That was huge.
No, what,
really
well, no,
shit.
Oh wait,
the,
are we
the
talking?
fake arm explosion was
Are we talking about the fake arm explosion or the one
I
that
thought about like
rolled as
the
mind
all the
control?
smacking with the sword, and we were like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is everything's.
That one's a
that
good
was
oh
also
shit.
an oh shit moment.
And then there was, of course, also like, oh, you're all dead.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
also like, well, fuck. Like, I mean, but that was more like, I don't.
Yeah,
Even,
we can't even.
yeah,
I can't.
like, how could I ever have?
You know, I think the oh fuck moment of that was when Doug was like, well, Laurel, your spell activates. You have one thing you can do. And we were all like, please save us.
And Malachi is like, oh,
the
but
Archmage's get out of jail free card and didn't work.
I think it's cute to say.
Unfortunately, that wasn't. Unfortunately, that
It
was
saved
not
it for
designed.
all that time.
What did it do?
It is supposed to do whatever the magic could to save me from whatever situation I was in. Basically, it was whatever the king does, this will get you out of it for alive. Like this is a one-time thing I can
Unfortunately,
do.
it did not. Unfortunately, he did not count. He did not design it for collapsing ground cities.
Who would? I just like we all just looked at Manica. I was like, save us.
Oh yeah. Then there was just for me at least
Oh my
the
god.
world being meeting the Empress for the first time. That was a pretty like fuck shit. And what do we even? And then I was thinking of one more thing.
Man, you're taking advantage that we can't edit here, Halldamir.
Yeah, it's
You can't edit. Yeah,
No.
really?
No, so that
Oh.
the chat can't miss it. Thank you, Jonas.
you just did a
Man, that love potion thing.
yeah. Oh, it was
It's against
so
the laws
bad.
of magic.
It was
is.
so bad. And Rith was like, what? No, I mean, I looked in and they totally had sex, and we were like, that's the God damn it!
great.
Your solar rape potion, and she's like, well.
That is.
And
Never doesn't judge.
then she like
gives
crab walked out.
things and he takes away things. Sometimes the things are love potions.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Uh,
many oh shit moments. For me, it would be Rith stealing the Archmage's book, because that like set in
Yeah.
motion all of this other shit.
That I mean, the thing is
Um,
that or the like explosion thing. But I think
I
the
think-
Archmage book was just so stupefyingly bad of an idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was monumentally
I
bad.
had like how could she even like
How-
it's
yeah,
just
yes.
such a like
Yeah.
like it's
I was
like he was our friend,
flabbergasted.
and now you like
I was completely flabbergasted. Like,
Remember
what
that?
are
I
you
was so
doing?
if he had come there I would just cut you off.
Yeah, no, we would be like, yeah,
Sure,
take
yeah,
her,
well,
We don't
tell
know
you.
you.
take her. We don't. What we did. This
Take
is
the book,
not
take
what
the
we.
book. Get away from here.
Remember Naira was stuck in amber?
Yes,
Yeah, he was stuck in
it was
that.
like on a shelf somewhere.
we, all,
Just,
we all teased her about that when we was like, "Can you hand me Naira?" Sure. Then we threw
yeah,
it.
but that was the most. Man, what a moment! What a moment!
Why would you even
Oh,
like when she
why-
began trying to steal? I was like, "You're gonna die so fucking hard. He's not gonna have like you can't just smash the glass and take the book and fly out the window."
Mhm.
But apparently, yeah.
She totally did.
Apparently, I'm fucking good.
I mean, you succeed. There were some lucky rolls on your end and some horrible rolls on his end.
Yeah, and I bought the
Yeah,
flight,
so-
the scrolls of flight from the Archmage.
Yeah, the ones you needed to make the heist. Oh well,
Oh my god.
yeah. The Rith stealing the book, it just derailed everything completely, and I don't think
You
it
were
ever.
doing so well.
I don't think it ever came back on the rails after that. Honestly.
No, it just
Like
like
chapter-
Rith stole the book, and then everything just kind of crumbled
It's kinda
apart.
like we were like climbing up this thing, and there was like a like, and then suddenly the stairways turned into a slide, and we just go on a crazy ride that like
Yeah.
flips us everywhere, and
Yeah. And it basically the ladder exploded and sent us heads over heel, tumbling down a cliffside that we never stopped tumbling from.
Like a pile of dung we didn't have to swim through for the rest of the campaign.
A sea of snot that we need to sort of get through. All right, that wins definitely.
Damn it, Riff.
Best story development: finding out the truth of the night when the assassins stormed the palace, caring for William in Rith's basement, storming the drowned temple through the toilet, presenting William to Irolda.
Hey, bitch, it's your nephew. Your cousin or whatever it was.
A nephew. Yeah, nephew.
Yeah.
It was her brother's son.
Yeah.
I talked to that brother.
The nephew.
He was so nice.
Best story development.
I would probably.
That's like everything could be.
And everything
I
could
think. I think presenting William to Irolda was a moment of this could go awful or it could go brilliant.
be. It was a moment where I was like putting our cards on the table in a way. Being
Yeah,
like, we have pushed this
We
as
were pretty
far as
ready
we
to
can
wreck
push
her if
it.
she was like.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
except the fact that you never told her that you stole all the arms from her.
Yeah.
She probably figured that out.
Yeah, she was probably.
Why would Laura need to tell her that? She's smart. I mean, she would be smart enough to figure that out. It would be insulting to assume that she wasn't.
Do you think she ever found out that we were the one in her basement? Probably not.
No.
You guys stole so
God,
much
no.
from her.
Yeah.
But she was the bad guy.
How does Raphael live with himself that he stole
I
like?
don't even know.
Raphael,
They,
what?
like, talk
What?
about it now.
Are you asking how Raphael lives with it? Like really? Is that your question?
No.
Let me
That's
tell you how he lives
incredible.
with it.
Parties and drinks. until
Exactly. He
Yeah.
parties and drinks and has a
All
good
of that
time.
money that he stole is
You
just
know,
on the
even the
party.
Daedric Prince of Debauchery would be like, you know what? I did some freaking shit there. At least let me buy you a drink.
Oh, he bought
Raphael
her-
wouldn't even do that.
Oh, he totally did. Raphael is a buyer.
He told her, you know, I stole your shit, but as good faith, let me buy you a drink. Did he do that?
I mean, it was still a time when she would probably have killed him. So no.
So
Maybe-
even
maybe
the
after, you know,
Daedric Prince
maybe-
of Debauchery is better.
Maybe down the lines, when they, things settle a little bit, they got married. Maybe he told her all the stories then.
And she was like, "What the shit?
What the fuck?
What the fuck was I up to? Why did you just
Yes.
kill me? I was
Yes.
such a bitch."
Raphael did stole the most precious thing of hers, her heart.
Can grow another one.
Laurel, not now. It's a way of speaking.
I'll be
It's-
in my plane.
Yes, thank you.
Anybody disagree with presenting William to Irolda for the best story development?
The choices, I think it's fine.
It's fine, yeah.
Okay.
But it was a developing moment caring for a kid that none of us have ever tried to.
Yeah, I like that too. And we're like
Mom?
sat down. We're like we don't really. How do we treat him? And he's like in the room next to us. He like knocked the door. Like hello. Like we
Don't ask, but I was a child.
It's like
I'm kind of responsible for him being there.
It was hilarious.
It was good.
So we went to Karun, was like, maybe it's not a good idea we get kids. He's like, why not? I have never cared for a kid. The only kid I've cared a little for was William. He's like, well, you did a good job. Let's have some kids. I was like, oh shit, we're gonna be fucked. Or yeah.
well, we are, but I mean,
Well, they got 3 kids, and they all had. I kind of imagined that they were kind of like the Incredibles, with the parents like, oh shit, our son can run really fast, and our daughter is invisible. That's how I imagined them. That they just got really. Hey, ma.
That's why they moved out of the mountain temple.
Yeah, that's why we got a temple. So basically, the daughter would always steal Arian, and she's like, she's gone again. Karun, it's your turn.
Oh no, she's ascending. Grab her legs.
Basically
Dragged up
like
towards
that.
heaven.
That I imagine how
Get
it
down
was
here.
with raising kids, and when she was like, we need to get away from this, and she would try to get into contact with the group and not tell any of you that they had powers. And suddenly, when you left, the dog's like, oh my god, you guys are so screwed. It's like, why is the dog talking?
Oh, I got
Ruh-roh.
insane. Oh well. Suppose it'll happen sooner or later.
good day to you.
We can go and study like animal species in a swamp with Bollard.